Good afternoon, sir. So, on the face of it, this draft national tax policy sounds like the government's trying to get its house in order when it comes to taxes.
Good afternoon, thank you. Yes, a new tax policy was adopted for Nigeria just recently, Wednesday last week precisely, by the federal government of Nigeria. Apparently, this tax policy is going to operate as a special instrument to complement the existing tax regime in Nigeria. Over the years, since Nigeria gained independence in 1960, there has been an ineffective tax administration. And I suspect this is what the federal government is trying to remedy in order to encourage the people to change their tax behaviors from a negative behavior to a positive tax behavior, in order to establish a better economy for the country and a stable tax revenue for all tiers of government, ranging from the local government, state government, and the federal government of Nigeria.
What problems could there be? I mean, the reports we get here is that the system of gathering taxes in Nigeria has been woefully inadequate in the past. Yes,
that's correct. As I've said before, there has been an ineffective tax administration policy in Nigeria. The problem apparently is the problem of accountability. Over the years, there has not been accountability for the taxes paid by the people, as well as the expenditures of the proceeds of those taxes. But this new policy apparently is going to address that problem. From the reports read on the pages of newspaper, I could tell that government has really provided for an accountability procedure wherein the taxes collected from the people are accounted for, and the application of those taxes are applied. Those taxes are applied towards creating and providing infrastructures for the people. And therefore, if the people know that they will get something in return from the government after paying their taxes, their tax behaviors will change from negative behaviors to positive behaviors. And that apparently is the essence of tax payment. If you know that whilst paying your taxes, the government will not divert the proceeds of the taxes you paid into other areas, and they would in turn use the proceeds of those taxes to create infrastructures for you. Nobody should coerce you to pay taxes anyway. So therefore, you would even rush the government that you want to pay your tax.
I mean, it all sounds well and good, but is that likely to happen? I mean, one of the things that I noted that most people who pay tax are those that have money stopped from their wages, deducted from their wages. A lot of self-employed people across the country, and there are many, as you know, that don't pay tax at all. Are these people going to now start running in and registering for tax now? I can't really see that.
Yes. Those that are coerced to pay taxes are those whose wages are applied towards deducting taxes from their salaries, and those set of people pay taxes by coercive measures, whereas those who are self-employed needed to file tax returns to the government, and that has not been effective in the past. But now I can tell you that the behaviors of the people may not change immediately. That will not happen in a short order. It's probably going to take some time for that to happen. The people need to see that the status quo has changed. There must be a reorientation program. There must be a public awareness program that henceforth government has decided to turn a new leaf, and that once they pay their taxes, by voluntary means, they would in turn get something from government, and that apparently is creation of infrastructures like electricity, good roads, etc.
And lastly, I mean, just very briefly.
I can tell you that.
Yeah, just lastly, and very briefly, I mean, if I'm sitting there as a self-employed person, I'm not paying tax at all, why should I? Why should I go forward? Why should I go and register if I don't have to?
Yes, as I've said before, there has been negative tax behaviors by Nigerians. So in order for you to have a positive tax behavior, there must be, it's going to take some time, and there must be a change in policy. And that's what the federal government is trying to do. You, as a self-employed person, would rush the government that you want to pay your tax, having discovered that government has changed their attitude towards applying the process of taxes collected from the people, you know, into creation of infrastructures for the people. In the past, as I've said, the process of taxes have been diverted into other, you know, public expenditures. Therefore, the people are discouraged from paying taxes. And I can tell you now that a private employed person or a self-employed person could file returns, having discovered that the taxes that he or she would pay would be accounted for by the government. And not only that, the expenditure of that tax would be accounted for. What the taxes were applied towards, what they were used for, would be explained to the people. Okay. Therefore, if the government is accountable to the people, and the people discover that this is a new status quo, okay, they don't need to be coerced to pay taxes.
Thank you.
So self-employed person could.
I'm afraid